shillings. Yet, when you examine the debt register published by the Treasury, you find that we have borrowed 8 trillion 918 billion 21 million 659,782 shillings, which means we have borrowed 6 trillion 950,163 billion 6 trillion 950 billion 163 million 132,328 shillings outside the law. Other than that, we have also seen the other activity that happened the other day. We were told that the Eurobond had matured and the government required to borrow extra money from the Eurobond market to offset what had become due. And they borrowed quite a bit of money. Yet, the Constitution in Article 214 states categorically that the public debt is a direct charge on the consolidated fund. The Public Finance Management Act 2 and the regulations forbid borrowing money to pay another debt, borrowing money to pay a debt. So why does the government get powers to do these kind of things? And I'm in particular referring to Section 15, 2, C, and 50 clause 3 of the Public Finance Management Act. When we borrow money against the law, what are we trying to achieve? What evidence is there that the debt for the Eurobond had not been paid off as required by law automatically as a direct charge to the consolidated fund, that we had to go borrowing further money for it? Madam Speaker, as I proceed to submit, I also want to observe that of the odious debt that I've referred to, 4 trillion 605 billion 840 million 287,992 shillings was incurred in the period 2014 to 2022 when President Uhuru Kenyatta was in charge. Under President Ruto, that's from 2022 when he took over, already 2 trillion 250 billion 325 million 905,200 shillings has been taken outside the law. We have a program-based budgeting process whereby when money is borrowed, it's tied to a project. These trillions of shillings, more than 6 trillion, cannot be traced in government documents. I've taken my time from October last year, poring over thousands of documents that I got from the websites of the Treasury, Central Bank, Control of Budget, and all these people. And I cannot trace where this money went. I can see why the 2-point-something trillion that the Parliament approved is clearly seen where it went. This money cannot be traced in the economy. To make matters worse, Madam Speaker, not a single domestic debt is approved by Parliament. Not a single one. All those billions. Look at the Appropriation Act. There's none. It's somehow that the executive does not implement the budget. Because when you look at the statement of annual revenue and actual revenue and net expenditure, which is published monthly, at the end of every month, the statement of actual revenue and net expenditure. That's why you encounter this animal called the domestic debt. If you look at the budget, there's no domestic debt. Treasury bills are a legitimate form